Why hackers use Kali Linux? Hackers use Kali Linux mostly because because it offers a far higher level of control by few different methods. Linux is open source. Linux is open source meaning that the source code of the operating system is available to everyone. As such, anyone can make changes and manipulate it as they want. If someone trying to make system 2, being able to manipulate the source code is essential. Linux is transparent, means to hack effectively, you must know and understand your operating system and the operating system you are attacking. Linux is totally transparent, meaning we can make changes or we can see and manipulate all its working parts. Linux offer granular control. Linux is granular, that means you have an almost infinite amount of control over system. In Windows, you can control only that Microsoft allow you to control. In Linux, everything can be controlled by terminal. In addition, Linux makes scripting in any of scripting language simple and effective. The future belongs to Unix. Since the internet began, Linux or Unix has been the operating system of for web server due to its stability, reliability, and robustness. Even today, Linux or Unix is in two-thirds of web servers and dominates the market. Embedded system in router, switches, and other devices almost always use Linux. Embedded systems in router, switches, and other devices almost always use a Linux kernel, and world of virtualization is dominated by Linux. Over 80% of mobile devices run Unix or Linux. So, if you believe that the future of computing lies in mobile devices such as phone or tablets, then the future lies in Linux. Binaries. The term refers to the file that can be executed similar to the executable file in Windows. Case sensitivity. Linux is case sensitivity. This means that desktop is different from desktop. Each of these would represent a different file or directory name. Many people coming from a window environment, they can find it frustrating if you get the error message file or directory not found and you are sure the file exists. Then you probably need to check your case. Kali. Kali Linux is a distribution of Linux especially designed for pen testing. It has hundreds of tools pre-installed, which saves our time that it would take to download and install them. Root. Like every operating system, Linux has an administrator or super user account designed for use by a trusted person who can do nearly anything on the system. These would include such things as reconfiguring. This would include such things as reconfiguring the system, adding users, and changing passwords. In Linux, that account is called root. Script. This is a series of commands run in an interpretive environment that convert each line to source code. Making hacking tools are simply scripts. Scripts can be run with the Bash interpreter or any of other scripting language interpreter, such as Python, Perl, and Ruby. Python is currently the most popular interpreter among the hackers. Shell. This is an environment or interpreter for running commands in Linux. The most widely used shell is bash, which stands for Born Again Shell, but other popular shells include the C shell and J shell are available. Terminal. Terminal is command line interface, or we can say CLI. Terminal is used to give command to the computer. The Linux file system. Linux file system structure is different from Windows. Linux doesn't have a physical drive, such as C drive or any drive at the base file system, but uses a logical file system instead. At the very top of the file system structure is slash, which is often referred as the root of the file system. Linux file system tray slash root super users home directory slash boot kernel image slash etc system configuration file slash home user directories slash proc special device files slash dev special device files slash bin binaries slash bin bin binaries slash lib libraries slash bin more binaries slash bin more binaries slash more libraries. The root of the file system is at the top of the tree, and the following are the most important subdirectories to know. Slash root, the home directory of all powerful root user. Slash etc, generally contain the Linux configuration files, files that control when and how programs start up. Slash home, the user's home directory. Slash mnt, where other file systems are attached or mounted to the file system. Slash media, where CDs and USB devices are usually attached or mounted to the file system. Slash bin, where application binaries, the window equivalent of executable in Microsoft Windows, resides. Slash library, where you find all libraries.